Today I'm talking about Smith Hannington. Smith Hannington, the founder of the Hanningtons department store, is buried in the extramural cemetery on Lewis Road, Brighton. It was 1808. William and Daniel Constable had sold a shop to James Ireland, who had sold it to Mr. Tamlin and Mr. Jones. Now 23-year-old Smith Hannington was the new owner. The shop grew into a large department store comprising of several shop units, which ran up part of North Street and along East Street. Smith died in 1855 at the age of 70. He was held in high regard as a businessman and because he gave money to charities. His son Charles then took over the business.
Hello, I'm talking to David Sharman. So were you a Hannington's customer?
Well, it has to be said that when I was a child, I went there a couple of times with my parents, but once I started working, I had to get 2 buses to work, and one of them would stop in North Street. So it was quite easy to pop in there. So I became more of a regular customer once I started working.
Well, I used to work there. I used to work in the cash office, and it was amazing. Right. It was like a large family, lovely atmosphere to work in. So which was your favourite department?
Well, I have to say that, my impression of Hanningtons was slightly based on Harrods, because I had an aunt who liked going to Harrods a lot. And so consequently, Hanningtons was like the Harrods of Brighton. But so going through all the departments were great, but I'm always one who likes to have a bargain. So going into the basement was the best place for me.
And what did you like the most about it?
I think what I liked about it was the fact that it felt like a bit of history. It felt like it was harking back to an era that we don't have these days. That the department set up and all that kind of thing made it a building that was part of the history of Brighton, and I personally feel that that's being eroded over time. And the great thing about it, of course, was window displays, especially at Christmas. I mean, they put Brighton on the map at Christmas, as far as I was concerned.
There was the grotto, wasn't there? And how did you feel when it closed in 2001?
At the time, I was upset because it was a go-to place, and towards the end of its life, it was a place where I thought, yeah, I must go there. If you wanted to get something special for somebody's birthday, or you wanted to get something special to wear, I remember buying some shirts there, that was the place to go to, and then suddenly that wasn't going to be there, so where were you going to go? But in hindsight, it kind of eroded a little bit of the history of Brighton by that department store going. But it also was the same for Hills of Hove, the department store, obviously in Hove, that also closed round about the same time. And it was like these 2 monuments to to their trade were being eroded, and I didn't think that we'd ever have anything in Brighton that would match anything like Hanningtons, to be honest. Yeah,
started in 1808 and closed in 2001 after 193 years of trading. It was such a shame.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day, when did it close? 2001. I wasn't actually working in Brighton at the time, so I didn't see it slowly falling apart, if you like. But I remember when it did actually close, I did feel incredible sadness, because that building had been, part of my life since I was a small child, and then suddenly it wasn't there.
And I was there when it closed. I was working when it closed, and everyone was made redundant. It was so sad.
I bet it was.